Oh no, I was muted. Well, at least it was only the first like 2 seconds. It's fine. Yo, it's your boy Kukiyo. Today's forecast is scary game. Please don't hurt me. I can't live like this. But I need to know what happens. That's why we're here still. Even though this game severely spikes my blood pressure, I need to know. But I don't actually remember where we kind of where the story was. It has been about a month, over a month. So let's start with our favorite characters. We're gonna go with the detectives and see what happens. Previously on Dead or Alive, Haruhi and Richter visited Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unsolved kidnapping case from a year ago. As the complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter two men. Okay, I see. So this is our detective friend meeting those other two detective friends. Quick heads up, the audio balancing for the next couple minutes is going to be pretty bad. It'll stop around the 7:30 mark. Sorry if that bothers you. I'll try to be better about it in the future. I'm probably going to lay back off the voice acting. My voice has been kind of squeaky. That's how it feels like, so I just... Oh god, but I have so much fun with the voice acting. Alright, I'll do what I can. I'm not going to push myself though. Ma'am, allow me to introduce you to one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's June Ariel. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsumi, and yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I don't really know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. So, you two are detectives? This is my client, Miss Haruhi Shigema. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigema? Boss, you know this guy? Shit, I've heard the name. But you know, I don't keep track of those who are in the top echelon. There's no need to worry, I am my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're gonna get off easy this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. I ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. That's why we must protect June at all costs. The smile? Perfection. All the police officers I've ever met have been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We round up all the criminals with a smile. That's our motto. Oh my god! How lovely. Keep it up. Now just hold on a second. This is the first time I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. Oh wait, sticker. We gotta find these hidden stickers. It's important. Haha! Damn, there's one here. Lucky. That's number 12, the Royal King Penguin. Oh, it's like so. Penguin! Penguin, penguin, penguin. Penguin, penguin, penguin. There we go. The excited detective. Aww. June is a penguin. He flies on his belly. I don't know where I was going with that. It's okay. Richter, your abs must save me from this hell. It seems they were pointed, but also like they haven't talked in a long time. Thank you, Richter's abs. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of the investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades after all. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ariel. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I haven't heard from you since you quit. I didn't think your business would last, but here you are. Damn, Ariel is not holding back. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What, to sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. I feel that, brother. That's why I work and freelance the way I do. cannot imagine. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the style of work that I really don't appreciate. No, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep trying to tie up loose ends. Save the little birds you abandoned. Okay. He seems like he's seen a lot of experience working in the street. Most of the officers I know are bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking. I wonder what about him screams, "No, office jockey." By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. I can't give him the nice gruff I used to give him. My throat is just not in the condition right now. And that is, do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly. With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. Damn, Sasumi is like, let the woman speak. Wasn't talking to you, bro. Damn, even Richter's like, okay, I gotta respect that. What are you saying, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? Ooh. How much do I want to trust the officer? These branches in the past, they do matter a little bit. They kind of decide whether you progress the story or not. So I'm wondering what would be the best play. If she says, if she keeps quiet, then obviously that makes it suspicious. He'll know. If she's forward about I don't know much, then he might be more inclined to believe her because she said something. Okay, I don't know much. I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me. Uh-oh. Is that so? Well, sorry for the intrusion. Alright, well, it's gonna be... I like how they left it ambiguous. You'll find out later, I guess, if he thinks that she's suspicious or not. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the streets talking like this, and so far, we haven't drawn attention. Then again, that just might be because nobody wants to get involved with this case. If my son had had a chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer like him. Oh, the music? Oh shoot, you're right. Oh, that's better. So yeah, visual horror novel. I don't know how much we've completed, I feel, the story. We've done a couple streams, but I feel like the mystery's still kind of in the air. Because not only have we not uncovered the story in the story, but I feel like there's a meta overarching plot that's happening, like literally beyond the game. So it's very interesting. I wonder how this will go when you compare it to games like 999 or Zero Escape, where the game mechanic and story are so intertwined, it becomes meta. If my son had had a chance to grow older, he would have become an officer just like him. Tuck. What brings you here, Richter? Are you on the case? That's right, I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year. Oh, I remember now. You're that Haruo Shigema from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. That's the case where Munesada Shigema's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Ah, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. But unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case. An investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why now I'm on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We're hoping to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd check again. Interesting. Come to think of it, I heard of some things in this area last night. Something about a strange, conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. You're wearing white! Assuming they're talking about you, investigator. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. As it turns out, I was here last night to conduct my investigation. He's like full-on JoJo stancing right now on us. It's just like menacing aura. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about the curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. I like this line of dialogue for Richter because it shows that not only did he catch on to his questioning, but he also turned it back on him and said like, yeah, you tried to get information from us, but now I get to put you in the same spot. Something is happening in Hojo, isn't there? It must be something big if they've got you head office guys on it. Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thanks, boss. Arya's so open to everybody. He just wants everybody to know, like, hey, there's like a crazy, like, occult thing happening, and we're gonna be superheroes about it. Listen closer to what we have to say, Richter. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt either of you. We figure that the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you happen to have any information that can help us out? That's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo-jumbo to play into all of this. But if we're talking about shady characters, there was that middle-aged fellow I saw on South Watagetsu Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We've already got his curse stone. Impressive, you two were quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. Okay, so I feel like we've sort of evened the playing field here in terms of what everybody knows, which is smart on Richter's part. Richter, talk to my face. I can't believe you were actually part of the police force once. I mean, I'm surprised that she didn't know that considering she hired him. That's a story for everything, ma'am. Like, how, obviously he'd have to be some sort of like ex-cop because he's so good at his job. I don't regret my time on the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. Okay, so I've talked to everybody here, but it looks like I need to keep talking to these guys. If you see any characters that might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely, I'll let you know if I find anything. Just ignore this, is that a curse stone in your pocket? You just happen to see me. There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order of in which they come. I see. Well, I can't say it's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folk to throw at the job. He's being a little cheeky, isn't he? True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. It's very confidential. That's why I had to tell you. Huh? By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yeah? You said there was a person who used to live here who died last week. Are you referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously, Michio was involved with the curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi... Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi. That's right, he died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it. I heard of it. It was the most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division case and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. There's too many things going on for my old brain to follow. You think she's got something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about foreseen developments. Exchanging information would prove mutually beneficial. I like how they're all kind of caught off guard by this revelation. It's cool. I'll tell you what you know, but in turn I want the full scoop of your findings concerning Michio. I hope my JoJo post convinces you of that. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure where this dialogue was going because at first it felt that they were just sharing information that they all knew. But now we're getting to the meat of it. What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Junichi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? The dude was actually not, like, tweaking or something? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and evidence we found point to that direction. Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? Didn't they say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's true, I like how his pose is, it's like Edgeworld when he leans over his podium. It's like, Oh, we got Phoenix right him out at Edgeworth here. Objection! Did you figure something out? Whoa. Everyone's facial expressions is so funny. Kankichiro Iwai. Huh? Kankichiro Iwai. He will be the next victim. We have to open the door to Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Huh? Hey, what's gone into you? Boss! I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that. You know how long that'd take? We need to get permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Oh shit, it's like the actual same sound effect too. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you the same as always. This is why they fired you. Everyone, come in, look. Oh, shoot. Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Oh, I love this art. Oh, this is so good. Whoa, could that be Michio's dad? Not her stepdad at best. If that, it's gotta be the body of Kankichiro Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gone real messed up. Looks like he was like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Edio, did you find Junichi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Junichi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? With Michio Shiraishi, she's alive. She used the power of curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. Your suggestion she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... Oh, okay. So this is the meta part I was talking about. This is the storyteller who definitely didn't dox my legal name at the beginning of this. I'm actually really glad no one warned me about that. And it pulls up your Switch name, I guess, or your Steam handle, depending on where you're at. I'm like, oh, well, I sure am glad that I didn't have my full legal name there, actually. This guy's a cheeky bastard. I don't know what his deal is, though. My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived to an interesting plot point. Yeah, I was watching that, bro. But do you really think that a dead girl is going around taking revenge beyond the grave? Well, that's not what really he said. He said that he thinks that she got resurrected. Which would actually make sense if the resurrection is complete. I mean, I thought about that too. Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But then who died? Because somebody definitely did. And they confirmed it. But then who is Michio Shiraishi actually? But seeing as you come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? Oh, fuck. I hate him! He always assumes that I know things, and I'm too stupid to know things. And so I would have you answer me a question. We're in Honjo with Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning. Wait, fuck! Wouldn't I have been at the school? Oh, I feel stupid because I feel like, and the other thing that hurts me is that I haven't played this game in like a month, so I don't remember all the little details. At 8 o'clock in the morning? Wait, hang on. I want to see if I'm overthinking this or not thinking hard enough about this. Is it possible, what if there's a theory here? Is it possible that people can become the new curses? Like, is she one of the curses now? Oh, I can't remember the dialogue where the guy says, because the curse is like one of them. I forgot which curse it's tied to. So whoever died last from the curse is where she was, I'm assuming. Which I guess would be the school. Because, I mean, I hope my line of logic is correct. I don't see anything else that could be... Wait, which curse bearer? Hang on. How does it kill though? Oh, here we are. Kills by fatal fall one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the curse bearer. I'm putting way too much thought into this, but I really want to make sure that I got it right. The candy shop is where she lives, right? Yeah, so Yako lives here. Yeah, so, okay, I'm gonna assume that she was at the candy shop. It's that or the high school. But 8 a.m.? Didn't we make them all meet up at the school at 8 a.m.? So it has to be the school. Oh, shoot. Okay. This is my thought. Okay, so I was correct. Oh, come on, cut me some slack! Dude trying to be like Sans, like, you have died exactly one time. Don't get frustrated. Oh, I'm a little salty. I did consider the manner of death, I just didn't know where we started the story. What? So you think Michio Shiraishi's alive? We'll just think it through and it all becomes so obvious. It tracks, but do you really think that girl would have managed all this? But then that means that Yako's killing, right? Kinda on her own? Whenever we encountered the situation to use a curse, we didn't use it. So it could be one of those things just like with the guy in the beginning. First of all, Erio, go report this to HQ. Understood, we'll get right on it. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Huh? Whoa now, hold on, these photos. These are, they're all of Fumichiki. Really, come to think of it, he is on the paper. He was on the paper a lot back then. Oh, there's even more pasted up here. Ugh. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep going. Famichiki is his waifu. God, it's so weird. The same man in every picture. Is that? So I call him Famichiki because it looks so much like it, and I love Famichiki. If you ever get a chance to go to Japan, I highly recommend you hit up a Lawson's. It's like $2, and it's like the best chicken patty you will ever have. I guarantee it. Is that Famichiki? Wow, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Richter's like, bro was obsessed. Don't worry, Richter, you're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare the likes of a bizarre criminal? Blah, blah. I can't read. It doesn't help. I woke up like I shit you not, I woke up like 2 hours ago. My sleep schedule has been completely non-existent. Look at these pictures of Famichiki cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima case? Perhaps they did this to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nejima might have been involved in all this too. You think he might have anything to do with the body there? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. I went to an arcade, and I don't know if it was just this arcade, but I feel like arcades in general have really gone downhill. I went to go play, what is it, Beat Saber, and I was like, you know, I think in the past I've played it and I usually get like a couple songs, but it was like $5 for one song. I was like, don't take you, I'd rather just buy the game at that point. And I love Beat Saber, it's fun. But I don't have the space to play it. Yeah, exactly. $5 for one. It was just like one try. I'm like, wait, I didn't fail that song, did I? There's no way. It is expensive. Also, honestly, that whole arcade was kind of just like not fun or interesting. Like the prizes were definitely not worth it. My friends were like, are you gonna play more? I'm like, no, there's nothing to play here. That's why I love I don't know if you have a round one by where you live. But round one really is like the best because you can just do the time play. Like I never bother too much with tickets because I like the games that don't do that. Like the rhythm games and like shooter games. So you just like play for an hour for like $8 and it's great. And the other thing too that my friend taught me is that if you swipe your card as you're playing, you get more credits than if you just like play one at a time. Like say you play your whole round, right, and then you swipe, you could have gotten more if you were swiping while you were playing. A little tip for you if you ever decide to go. Okay. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one has yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected to the Nejima murders either. You don't say. That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say. You were the kid from back then. You were really brave. You did a great deed. Aww. So you two have met before. Fancy that. This is like very coincidental. I've been worried that Fumichiki might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful. The last time we played this, I voiced Fumichiki as like this crazy person, and that was the most fun I think I've had voice acting. Oh dear. That asshole, I wonder who put the idea into his head, and I always got the one-sided read too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all the things, that man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly, you can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. Then when I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the displeasure, huh? Well, if Iwai and Fumichiki have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. Let's hope so. Is there a sticker here? I hope there's a sticker here in this murder house. Sir, do you have a sticker? The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nejima. They might have some relation to the Nejima victims, or perhaps it was the opposite. What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration? But then, this guy was crazy! These are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. Okay, so, floor. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. These are magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations, though. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon the information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question is dead serious about all of it. Shut up, Richter. No one asked for your jokes. When did you become a stand-up comedian? He's like, I'll be here all week. The ritual, whatever was he attempted to recently, plenty of neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think EY was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shidaishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. Okay, should we look at the body? There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he was Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before. I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have been the one. He wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? No, this is your brain on drugs. Sounds of egg frying. Ma'am, it's better not to look too closely. It's amazing. Okay. Oh. Cruel is what it is. Oh, man, I think they missed out on an opportunity to have you keep clicking on the corpse for a long time. Oh, that would have been such great dialogue. Like, maybe have her become a little more obsessed but with every click. That would have been fun. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in a normal case, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right, Ario isn't here. So let me take a look at it. Just closed in there. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're no such luck. I see. Thank you anyway. Oh, window. With the window and storm shutters closed, no light can get in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not too long ago. Okay. Alright, old books. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Huh? There seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedure. Wait, did we know that Richter could speak English? Or like other foreign languages, I guess? Interesting. I suppose you call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think this EY guy was studying them, perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There's a bunch of handwritten notes besides the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. EY doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Why would he be studying black magic? According to the material, this here is a rune for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again, instead of using Viagra like the rest of us. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection, like the rite? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will always turn to the occult for the similar reason. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably EY's. A journal. His writing is surprisingly thorough. Oh, jeez, that jump scared me a little bit. Oh, God. Don't do that. Richter, keep your pretty face out of here. It's almost as if he was writing a report for somebody. Oh, wow. Now, this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite defiant. Let me give you a summary. So, this Kankichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he went to black magic from the start? He believed that if he could successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems like he was already getting funding after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. Isn't that soap shop lady trying to do something kind of similar? I'm not gonna look at that. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like EY took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made news. He admired him rather passionately. Oh god, he really was a simp! You might even say he worshipped the man. He's like, my Oshi, Fami Chiki. Worship Nejima of all people. This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. EY had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. Imagine he's like, I'm gonna go to prison so I can meet my Oshi. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this? The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we've ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it does shock me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yup, it's a mystery to all of us from the start. Whoa, now, wait just a minute. Do you think... No way. Are you saying... That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. Oh no, that's so sad! The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but EY had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and EY were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that that nut job did all this just for some hokey pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection? That must mean there must be someone Nejima wants to bring back to life. Oh jeez, God! This game's gonna be the end of me, please, my poor heart. Oh God. Oh damn it, that's it. That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. His face. Oh, what is it? So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl, looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in felt. She also looked weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So Nejima was the father? He told us he found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned? I heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happened. I suppose there are those cases where the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Oh, damn. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my head. It's starting to sound more and more likely now. Well, this music is really intense now. Something important is happening. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima guilty of more crimes than what he's been convicted of. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Oh God, that's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found was what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, this is all speculation on top of more speculation here. Oh no. but I, for one, never believed that that man would just take a baby found under a bridge. I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know it's hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We're running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nijima would want to resurrect, the deceased wife is as good a guess as any. It's kind of cliche. The fact that he attained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the right of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Oh. Now we have a... I wonder... Huh. Now all of our female characters could potentially be related to Famichiki. Interesting. Okay, I wonder what the time difference is, because I wonder, could it be Yoko? I don't know if anyone else has mentioned if they're, like a foster adopted situation. I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna call it now, I think Michio was the girl. I think that, because they literally just said that this is her stepfather. She was put in a foster system, and she was struggling. So I think this is it. I think she's the girl. Okay. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai has managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol Nejima while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right, he thought he would make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct, turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsui Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps? So where does this lead? Here, let me read to you what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. I like how that she has Mori in her name, like Memento Mori. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and the right, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She apparently invested money into anything researching on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she even threw her money at the occult? The places greed can take you. Well, that brings us to Hideki Iraishi. She presumably funded his research into the rite of resurrection as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the witch of Hihaku pounced on the rumors of the rite of resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she spread the rumor of having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's all this about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took the payments he was getting from his research to seduce a family into taking him to keeping a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiku, were his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? She's like on the floor vomiting. This has something to do with me? No, you can't mean... You realize then. Perhaps. I like how the game's like, I don't know, have you realized it? We're gonna test you. It's gonna be on the quiz, by the way. Wait. Hang on. I don't like this setup. Like, it doesn't tell me what I'm trying to, like... If they gave me... I know what they're trying to do, but it just doesn't work for me. Was a child. Okay, okay. Woo, we got it. EY moved here with the Shiraishi to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but... that man extracting a life force from someone young. Oh no, of course, that awful man. So, it was EY, this man. EY worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time. Fuck. You got it. EY kidnapped Haruhi Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Scored 3 birds with 1 stone. Oh, whoa. You're telling me that this horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child? I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His claim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defense and then kidnap him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi. Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid, stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't you get some fresh air? That's crazy. Richter really just lord dumped this on her and was like, maybe we should not get you a chair and just hope it all turns out okay. I can't believe this. Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in his journal. Oh? EY got in contact with Nejima last year, after Nejima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most of it went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's lurking around anywhere in the moment, it's probably at that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no, not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knows where it was. She never met Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean among other things. Aw, man! What good is that information? The girl's already dead! Wait, no. She's alive. That's right, Michio Shiraishi's alive. I'm a JoJo pose my way out of here if you don't mind. If you can find her, go talk to her. You can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should get going. The lady's not well. Ooh, I love it when it gets intense like that, though. The raw emotion is so good in this game. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, man? I'm fine. Suddenly, finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right, but Richter... I feel grateful towards Michio. Because she killed the kidnapper? There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean. Oh, she's gonna try and come in for the snipe. Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring back my boy. And if Nejima's planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna go follow the girls for now. I'm gonna try and keep everyone up to speed. Okay. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront a man responsible for spreading rumors in the first place, Hideki Adaishi. They find him in his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurokikyo Cafe. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping into a cafe. I'm in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police, remember that. Well, we know. Oh, wait. God. Oh, yeah. Oh. We know. We'll be okay. So, what did you want to ask me? Oh, sticker. First order of business. Always a sticker. Sticker? Yeah! Oh, these are so cute! I love sparrows. Look at them. It's like a little trio brother situation. That's so cute. The three Brisketeers. A cafe. I never been to one. How exciting. Wait, are just Japanese students not allowed into cafes? Or is this like a adult situation? Oh, I don't like when it zooms in like that. Please stop doing that. It scares me. Oh no. I also don't like the little like clock ticking in the back. Yako, if you would. Right. We wanted to ask about this, sir. Oh my, a curse stone. An Okami mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were to school last night. Damn, there of all places? Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer. Yeah, can you please calm down, Mr. Daishi? Your reaction's too intense. It's kind of scaring me. I'm sorry about that. I am afraid I got ahead of myself. Wasn't he there doing like some sketchy stuff though? What does he want to know about your curse stone? Oh, this guy definitely likes to be flattered. He does not enjoy being intimidated. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Reishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm in hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 mystery curse stones happening now? Oh, taking an interest in what... Now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questionings with your subject's origin. Mr. Reishi, you're not the one who triggered the curses, are you? Huh, no, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, you know that the ancient Nyodo ritual, known as the Feast of Shadows. What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you seem to look to be the type who is interested in these kinds of things, but it's outside of my field of expertise. Huh, in that case, why do you think the Rite and Resurrection have appeared now? too much talking. I believe this was the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything if we say we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make up something. Right. Make up something. Will do. Well, you see, we have such intellectual curiosity, and it would really help us with your research. Yeah, that's exactly why we want this. Please. I see, now that you mention it. Seems like you're still reluctant to answer. Then how about this? Make up something part 2. Ask about his research, act disappointed. Ooh, acting disappointment is definitely the way to go, but I'm gonna say because I'm a coward. Oh, we figured that since you're so smart, since you're so smart, how disappointing. How dare you? You make it sound like I'm stupid. You couldn't be more wrong. Do you realize how devoted I am to this research? Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Oh yeah? Okay, cool, thanks. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seima Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. It'll be on the test later. If nothing else, remember this. Seima's... Okay, I can't pronounce that name. I'm just gonna call him Seima. Seima, I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but he split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in any record. Or so it is written in the Record of Fates. Huh? As brilliant as Seimon was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seimon recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself. The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seima's speciality, the Taizan Fuku ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is through only the... I feel like I have to wipe my eyes. Thus, it is thought that the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries, or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. Huh. That sounds similar to what Mio said, actually. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? Excuse me, Mr. Araishi. What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the Rite of Resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff. And about that... That was somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then. Side-eye. Not exactly, rather. It's not complete fabrication. There was a basis for it. And that is, well, I suppose there's no harm in telling a couple students so passionate about this topic. Thank you! I'll take that. There is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Records of Fate. It was just after Simon arrived in Honjo. There is a record of a conflict over a ritual using to resurrect the dead in Honjo. So this has happened before! We have played these games before! A conflict over resurrecting the dead. I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it's long been the subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual is at the root of the Honjo incident and Simon's rite of resurrection? Yes, that is how the record of the fate ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Simon brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Simon was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded into the history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. Alright, we milked him for everything he had. Time to bounce. So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries are basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. Aha, and there's more. But wait, there's more! With the more recent occurrence of the curses, I have become more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones. Resentful memories? Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you attained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did! Exactly, those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries, thus gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incidents. Huh. Well, that's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession. Excellent. All according to Keikaku. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Huh, interesting. It's not that one then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say the 9 curse echoes, one of them was Seimon himself, or so I suspect. Huh. Seimon was one of the victims at the Honjo incident, meaning an Omyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo. Right, it would make sense that the curse stones tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio! Then maybe Simon's curse echo, we could... Yes, we might be able to settle this whole situation. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Nothing, sorry. We're literally right across him. This guy can't hear us. That's really on him. Mr. Araishi, how many resentful memories have you gathered so far? I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the foot washing mansion, the ever-burning lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the foot washing mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the foot washing mansion. An Omyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Seimon, I'm afraid. a female Omioji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she'd always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimon. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. So, a female Omioji and a rival of Seimon was involved in the Honjo incident. That's certainly interesting. Next to Evergreen Beach. I feel like I'm always mispronouncing that, but that's what it says, right? This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. That was really on him, honestly. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The right of resurrection. Precisely, this man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Seimon. If I could just collect all the memories, everything would be revealed and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine! That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not find the other curse bearers, so I must make measures of my own. What is the trigger for the curses to occur? Another thing. Yes. You never really finished about what the trigger was for all of that. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us? It is something to do with how you obtain the Record of Fates, right? Huh? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It would be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become a victim of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Areshi, please. Tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. A woman? Well, her voice sounded like a woman's. I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen at my feet. 1 month. She specified the time period? I was told that if I did, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since. It must have had you spread the rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse, to tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice was the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumped at the news, which was a financial boon for me. Hihaku, as in Hihaku soaps? Right. I mean, no, that's not important. That's just some personal business. Ignore me. After that, I waited. I tried to predict what would occur in a month's time. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay, so Hihaku's also paying him. Lining your pockets with soap, I see. I didn't realize soap stonks were so vital to the economy in this game. Those are all the details I have. Is there anything else you know? Very well, I've told you this much. I might as well just spill the whole beans. Let's start from the beginning of my life story. About Simon's Record of Fates. There's an important continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll, Part 2. Bahamut's Rising. A continuation. Actually, a section writer in Simon's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Simon lamented such calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems like he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? It's like a troubleshoot manual. If your rite of resurrection fails, try turning it on and off again. Hold on a second, don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Mrs. Saki? You think this information is inaccurate? If Simon died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. Yeah, I thought that was weird too. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? I mean, people die when they're killed. Have you forgotten the ability Simon possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of resurrection. Oh. You're telling me Simon used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance, so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then it's not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place. But he still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Wait, is he using this to like expand his lifespan? Because I'm looking at the storyteller, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, he's like an old looking dude. But is this the same guy? Is he like using this to sort of like forward his lifespan a bit? I wonder how it works. Like, are you like reborn as a baby or like reborn into somebody, or I wonder how it works. Yeah, so that's why they died, the 8 others besides Simon. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth. Oh, I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and Records of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fate, the Yin Scrolls were gone, only this useful information was left. Supposedly, Simon's blood descendants guarded it as it passed down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separate, and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched out. Simon had descendants? So there was somebody out there related to him by blood even now? Yes, in fact, you could try to trace the line as far as Yes, in fact, I tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Elmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems like that the use of manuscripts had been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down was quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, the Record of Fate Yin Scroll, Simon himself wrote about the ways to handle the curses and the rite, yes? So if you find anything about the resentful memories of the Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much. That's the real extent of everything I know. Thank you for your help. If you're right, just bring me some useful information. I'll take into consideration. Oh, wow, okay. That's not scummy. The street. Alright, I might just skip this a lot quicker because it's basically a summary of what we just talked about. The 2 scrolls will tell us what we need to know, think about it. It's basically a repeat of what happened last time. How do we start looking? Okay. Good question. It might be best to given the information we have, to just learn to sue me. We got a pretty big clue about hearing about the record of fates. There's so much, like, I feel like we got even more lore to keep track of. It's starting to become a lot, I feel. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be meeting him back at school. I find it weird that she's like staring right at the camera. Do not perceive me. She's not feeling so confident right now. I just feel like this is starting to become bigger than both of them. So I'm imagining being in their position, it'd be kind of wild. Oh. Excuse me, you girls over there. Oh, this loser. This loser. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something that you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namigaki. Behold, my genius. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. Uh-oh. Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up my curse stone of the foot washing mansion. I like how he says he gave it up as opposed to, like, the detective took it from me and kicked my ass for it. You're the one Inspector Susumi was talking about. Huh, you already know Inspector Susumi? That makes things simpler. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're... What? In the driver's seat? Yako? Oh. Oh, no. She's getting possessed. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namigaki, what might be the matter? Right, I actually want to discuss something with you two. Would you mind coming with me when you have a little bit of time? It's nothing suspicious, I swear. Discuss something with us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a thing or two for yourselves. If not, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryugoku Bridge. This guy's so dead. Assuming that Michio is going around killing people that did her wrong, she just found her next target. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What should we do? Let's go to school first. Sorry, but there's something we have to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush. I'll be waiting at Ryugoku Bridge if you change your mind. I'm assuming if we went with him to Ryugoku, we would somehow accidentally kill him. Okay, I kind of want to see what happens here because it's the aftermath of her learning who the murderer of her child was. Boss! Wait, I thought we were following the detective and... Okay. I was just talking to Samita police. Oh, what now? I love this theme so much. They found an abandoned van in Chiba Mountains that looks like it had been an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints from it, but they found blood splattered on the front. And guess what? The blood was a perfect match to Michio's. Oh? Then it must mean that the van hit Michio. You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to find that out. The license plate had been removed, though, and they even scraped off the vehicle's identification number. It'll take a while to identify the owner. Now we're trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped. Got it. Thanks for the report. Sticker! Cute. It's nice that we got permission to use the school as our base of operation. The principal and head teacher were a little reluctant at first, but they were convinced that it helped the investigation. Dealing with this must be a real headache for those guys. I should thank them later. Beer's on me! Or, beer's on June. By the way, boss, we confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. But are we sure that it really was an accident? Good question, I was wondering the same thing. The damage done by the collision indicates that the driver was traveling at a considerable speed, but there were no brake marks to be found. Exactly, which means they must have intentionally been targeting Michio. Then what is the motive, you think? Who would have a reason to kill Michio? The first person that comes to mind is Kankichiro Iwai. After all, she knew about his crimes. But then Iwai was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. There's also the teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Kohei Jonichi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out that he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow. You're right. Though both of them fallen prey to her curse. That's true, in that case. It's quite possible that she also decided to exact revenge on the person who ran her over. Not just possible, she may have already done it last night, just like with Iwai. Is there anything else that could possibly serve as a motive? The talisman, right? The one that Yoshimi was looking for? Oh, you think someone wanted to take that from her? Well, the talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor at her house. Doesn't seem like a hit and run seems like... Doesn't a hit and run seem like too of a drastic measure for a little talisman? In the end, it might have just been an unfortunate accident after all. Yeah, it looks that way. Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. With a bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that particular development. I still have doubts that it would be so easy. Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako turn up. I'd rather have them come sooner rather than later, but I guess we just have to wait. Shall we head inside? Alright then. Okay, wait, so I sent the girls here, so if we move inside, I'm assuming it will trigger. He still doesn't look tired after all this running around. I still wish I had that kind of stamina. I shall ponder. I think we still can't rule out the possibility that Michio did commit suicide. She was so young, and all the adults in her life did was push her around. Alright, let's go way inside the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment. There we go. Okay, well, I guess it makes sense. We'll just keep following the storyline. find that interesting. The Record of Fate Yin Scroll, huh? Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from that teacher. Thank you. Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl was a success. Please don't call it that. Stop making it sound weird. Anyway, let's share what we found at Michio Shiraishi's house. Yes, please. I like that these two are exchanging information. Uh-oh. I feel like I'm remembering why I take it easy with this game and not try to do long streams, because there's just so much talking. Based on the report, and it's fine. My stamina will improve after this. Based on the reports, we're looking at circumstances surrounding the deaths of Junichi and Iwai. If Michio Shiraishi did it, it would make sense. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shiraishi wanted someone to notice. Huh? Really? The ribbon that was left at the scene of Kohei's death has proved that. Mio, I'm guessing you understood that already. Yes, ever since this morning. But there's one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit. Hmm? So what if we get the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? So if we get this Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, I'm just gonna call it the Yin Scroll because the Record of Fate's part is superfluous, it feels. We'll be able to dispel the curses. Yes, the source of the curses is a tragic event called the Honjo Incident that dates back to the Edo period. An omyoji named Seimon is said to have recorded the way to deal with the curses. So I think there may be a way to dispel the curse. Right. I'll leave how we approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, but please make finding the Yin Scrolls your top priority. Understood. But how do we know what we're looking for? It's possible the descendants of Seimon have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware of its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan crest or something to go off of. Maybe we'll have to ask the Paranormal Affairs. That reminds me, Mio, was the Western black magic used by Iwai and Nejima really just intimidation? Huh? Why are you asking? Wait, was it imitation or yeah, it's imitation. Was the Western black magic used by Iwai and Nejima really just an imitation? Boss said you knew about this sort of thing. Do you not? Well, I mean, I have some knowledge, but how strange. I don't think I've ever told anybody that. It's okay, Mio. No one's judging you. Right. I guess it's a little weird. So, what's your opinion on someone familiar with Western black magic? If I could look at their grimoires, I could be sure, but based on their methods, I'd say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone could use and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable that they purposefully required living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity. Wow, you know so much, I'm impressed. It totally matches with the vibe you've got going on. She's got the living human sacrifice vibe is what Yako just told her. What do you mean by that? Don't worry, have some confidence. Living sacrifice vibes is so you, bestie. Right, thanks I guess. If that black magic is just an imitation, then we won't have to worry about it. I'm glad things are getting even more confusing than they already are. Oh, right. About the mastermind, I got an idea. Huh? What is it? This is about the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when you said you were telling us about the Iwai person. Yup. Whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She's got money too. It would also match Hideki Araishi's account of the woman's voice. An evil business lady with supernatural powers? A classic setting. If only we could confirm those powers of hers were actually real. Oh, so are we alluding to her as the mastermind? We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell HQ to look out into her. Okay, last one. Now then, if we're reaching the limit, I'll stop beating around the bush. Time to tell you two straight. Yako Sasaki. What? Me? Yes, me. That's me. Take out your curse stone and give it to Mio. My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket this whole time. Thanks, I'm just gonna borrow it for a sec. Well? Yes. There are soul tricks inside after all. What? How did that happen? I didn't do it, I swear. You have to believe me. It's okay, we know. Oh, that's Mio. Yako, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you. But... There is no mistake that Junichi and Iwai were killed by the curse stone. But the one who committed these acts, the ghost of Michio Shiraishi, that is inside of you, Yako Sasaki. What? What do you mean inside of me? Wait. What do you mean? It's okay, Yako. Please calm down and listen. You've been possessed, Yako. By Michio's ghost. What? It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regret, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yako. What? No way? You mean Michio's ghost is inside me? I've explained this once before, but just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you've lost control of yourself. Normally, the mind will reject such attempts, and it will do nothing more than affect one's mood or energy levels. But Michio has a powerful spirit sense to begin with. And because she's your friend, your mind was open to accepting Michio's spirit. For those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point. Which also means it'll be difficult to guide her spirit into the afterlife. No way, we've merged? Me and Michio's mind are... But I don't feel any different at all. I mean, I'm me, I think. Why'd she tack on the I think? Who says that? Like, I'm me. X for doubt. That's because after she merged with you, Michio started to believe that she was you as well. As the ghost possessing you, she's not fully conscious, only a really jumbled, vague mess of memories. Still, there are traces of her conscious and memories as Michio Shiraishi. You have started acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with powerful influence. Really? That having been said, if we don't have a proper understanding of the regrets Michio Shiraishi had when she died and why, it would be difficult to separate her from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly provoked her ghost, it would risk causing her to dig even deeper into your mind. Oh no. When we mentioned limits earlier, we mean that by letting things proceed like this, there's a possibility that you will join completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you will never be able to tell which of your thoughts belong to her and which belong to you. What? That's so scary. You mean I won't be myself anymore? But if it's Michio, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad? Oh no, it's already happening. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? Uh-oh. But it was actually Michio who used the crystal when I was aware, wasn't it? Doesn't that mean her ghost has already taken over my body? Well, about that. I think that's probably the effect of the curse amplifying murderous impulses and influences of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost powers were boosted. And strengthened by the feast, Michio's consciousness surfaced and took control of your body. Then that means... I was the one who killed them. I cursed them both. Yako, no, you were being controlled. Right, Inspector? Yeah, that's right. It's likely she'd be recognized as not being responsible for the crime due to possession. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that. Well, the law is clear about this, I guess, in their world. No, you're wrong. I wanted to kill them too. Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned that Michio didn't commit suicide, I wish that all the cruel adults around me would just die. I had the curse stone with me, and I wanted to get revenge for Michio if the chance came. That's how I felt. Yako. Because Michio wasn't able to escape her terrible situation. It was so hard. It wouldn't be unusual for someone to take their own life. And I had this curse stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep on living in silence, and I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry, Michio. I'm sorry. That's why I killed them. Yako? There you are. Oh, hey, Michio. What's up with you? You had me worried sick since you haven't been coming to school lately. It feels like it's been forever. I'm glad you seem to be doing good. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I've always regretted it. Oh, come on. You're acting like we aren't buds. You tell me anything that is making you sad, and I'll take care of them. Thanks, Yako. Actually, I'm here because there is something I want to tell you. Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything. Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying I was forced to and didn't have a choice to undo it. I'm sorry, I feel so guilty. What? I've done so much I can't take back, all because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell I've created for myself. I couldn't handle it anymore. I started thinking of killing him and dying myself. And neither of us deserve to live in this world. What? But something went wrong, and that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you, and I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Wait, what? You don't have to apologize. It's only now that I realized. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends. And how we were able to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me. Huh? No, Michio, wait! Huh? Why are you all staring at me for? You're awake? You feel okay? I'm sorry, I had to spring all of that on you, Yako. What? Are we in a classroom? Huh? Was I dreaming? Whoops. I'm sorry to rush us along, but while you're still gathering your feelings, but we need to hear what Michio Shiraishi had to say now. Right. So after considering what to do, it's true that Michio's conscience has mixed with yours. And if I summon her ghosts, we might be able to establish some communication. Oh, I understand. Here we go again. This Ouija stuff didn't work out for us last time, okay? So you thought you used the spirit messenger board again? Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have been actually Michio herself. Really, you think? And that her spirit has been closer to you ever since then. Okay, let's do it. I think we should, and I want to hear from her. Very well, I have no idea that this will work during daytime, but we'll give it a try. Are you ready? Hold on a minute. Sorry, I need a little time. No, it's okay. Let me know when you're ready. Thanks, I'm ready. Okay. Here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10 yen coin. Oh, yeah. I did not, in fact, remember how to do it, and I had to remember to use my cursor here. Yoink. Like this. Good, now do as I do. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, visit us. Please visit us. Please tell us if you're there. It's here. Now, is it the spirit of Michio? Yako, would you like to ask the spirit? Alright. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you the spirit of Michio Shiraishi? It would've been crazy if it said no. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, wrong number. Ah, it said yes. Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking it a question only Michio would know the answer to? A question only Michio would know the answer to. Let's see, then... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. How much did the ribbon I bought from Michio cost? $4.90. That's right. Well, it seems like we have the right spirit. Okay, can I ask... Have you asked her a question? Okay, what do you want me to ask her? I want you to ask about the location of Femichiki's hideout and the location of the talisman as well. Okay. What if I only get one of these? I'm a bit concerned. Which one of these is the most important? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Please tell us the location of Femichiki's hideout. Please, terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. I'm sure it's painful to try and remember, but you're the only one who can help us right now, Michio. Please! Alright, we got the address, boys. Lock in. Yes, sir. I contact HQ and order a simultaneous house search and sweep of the area. I just hope that information is accurate. I know it is. Okay. Talisman. Do you know where the talisman that you had is? She does know. I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down. I'll try asking. Did you carry around the talisman with you at all times? Did you have it with you when you had your accident? I mean, I assume yes, right? Yep. Someone knew Michio had died before the police did. The first person to come report it was the caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them? Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run. That would make sense because they were aiming to kill. When it was a hit and run, wouldn't they have run away? It might be possible they came back, driven by fear or something else. Even so, they didn't report it and went through her belongings. But only to take the talisman seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the very beginning. How likely is that if the talisman was really so special? Edio mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just like that to take it from them? It's possible they picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason. Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of the car. Then, shall we try asking? I'll try. Alrighty. Do you know who was behind the hit and run? She says she knows. That's a relief, if she hadn't known. Huh? In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detailed information about what happened to her as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife if we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't like a forced exorcism. So that's what it'll take. Alright, I'll try asking. Who was the one who ran you over? Hope she knows the name. I wonder. Uh-oh. Nami... Ga... Ki... Namigaki. What? You mean Yutaro Namigaki? You two know him? We talked to him right after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? I see, that's why Yako had a reaction when you saw him. Huh? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio. What the hell is he planning to do without a curse stone? He said he was waiting near Ryogaku Bridge. Got it. I'll join you there once we're done. This should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it. I don't know if she's gonna be happy about that. She just gave some information. She feels like the type that needs to see this whole thing through, you know? Oh, a Spectre of the Spirit Board? No, Michio. Thank you, you've helped us. You know? I'm sorry I didn't know about all of it. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Shunichi. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I could understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you want revenge. I want it too. We've all done things that we wish we could take back. But I'm glad that at least I know the truth. Yako. There's something I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one thing. Someday, can we hang out again? You mean it? Okay, that's a promise. Have you asked everything you wanted to ask? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna guide Michiyo's spirit over now. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Michiyo, with this, I'm finally able to free you. Hey, Yako? Yeah? You never accepted the idea that Michiyo took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find out the truth. Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize just how hard things were for her. Mio? Aww. I'm sorry. Michiyo. She was taking advantage by so many of the adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried and talked with her more. I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts to think about all the things I could have done. Why did things have to happen to someone so kind and hardworking? It feels like she was ill-fated to the end. It's just too cruel. But even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. She let herself worry more about revenge than living. I'm mad at her for that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on. What was she thinking? I mean, seriously. Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'd help you get your revenge, you idiot. I don't care how much you've changed or whatever. I just wanted you to live. Yako? I'll take responsibility for what's been done. One day, if we meet on the other side, I'm gonna give her a good punch. Then I'll tell her that she's the real fool's procession, or something. Then we'll hang out like always. Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm sending her off, okay? Wait! Uh-oh. Look, the coin! It moved to no wall on its own. You're right. When did it do that? Seems like she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea what Michiyo wants? Me? Oh. Please, don't forget me. I think she told me that she doesn't want me to forget. I see. Then, Michiyo, if you can hear my voice, let your feelings of that you won't ever forget her be known. Show it through an action. What? Do something that shows you won't forget. Wait. But show it through action. There it is. I figured that out on my own. Thank you. Oh, I get it. So I'm mean, I kind of figured it out because you branch out between the two paths, right? And I knew that taking the other one was just going to lead Michio to just kill the dude. Like, there's no other way that was going to turn out good. So the fact that you save on this branch and say, we are committing to this decision, that's awesome. Though I don't really want you to go punching me, so live a long life, okay? I'll see you later. I love that. Aww, to save. That's really fun. Aww, man, I got really teary through that. That was hard. Like, I feel like I try to resist when emotions try to carry me like that. But I kind of wanted to dive into that and just, like, I almost started crying, actually. That was beautiful. I love that whole storyline. That was great. Worth avoiding tragedy. Even though I know that the other one would have been more interesting, because, like, Namigaki definitely deserves to die, but whatever. Oh, we're still going to Ryugoku Bridge, I guess. Yako, you feel alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, a lot better. I guess I really wasn't feeling myself recently. It was like there was a part of me that had no control or something. Yeah, I think you're back to your normal self now. I'm glad there weren't any problems. I wonder if Michio was able to find peace. I know she did. You won't have to worry about that anymore. It seems like her regret was not being able to tell you what was going on and growing apart from you. Well, I guess I can forgive her for that. But there's something bothering me. Really? Yeah, I wonder what this feeling is. It's like there's a piece of her that hasn't left yet. That might be an after effect. Don't think about it too hard. They were friends. Maybe because you gave your stone to Chief Inspector Susumi. Doubt it. Having a curse stone shouldn't have any effect on your body. But dealing with 4 curses sounds like a lot of stress. Good work, Chief. Something like a completely different person all of a sudden. Wait, someone's like a completely different... I can't read today. Holy shit. But are you really sure about this? Having us arrest you once this is all over? You might be able to get your trace treated like it was just an accident. That's fine. Treat me the same as someone who used a curse stone to kill someone. If anything, I should be thanking you for letting me go free until this is all over. So thanks, Chief. $2 p.m. I really wanted to go to this bridge so bad. I'm so bummed that I didn't make it at the end of my Japan trip last time. Whoa! You never say anything about bringing the cops over, you narc! Sorry, but we don't have time to care about what you have to say about us. What business do you have with this girl now that you've lost your curse stone? I'll tell you this for free. I have her curse stone already. You'll pay for this, old man. Wait, stickers. Yeah, there we are. They're not that hard to find, actually, so far. I think the trickiest one was where you had to wait, and then it popped up, which is weird. I wonder if the lady's around. That's a girl that kind of hangs around this guy, who's totally not an Instagram influencer. But she's basically just using him. The chief makes some weird jokes sometimes, but still, it's reassuring to have a veteran police with us. Well, leave this to me, okay? Alright, I will leave this to you, officer. I do eventually want to go down the route where she definitely goes on a killing spree. I'm sure the game will reward me a little bit for it. This is the bastard who ran over Michio and drove away. If that's true, then why does he... I'm pretty sure he has the talisman, and that talisman is a curse stone. I don't have any ill intentions. I want to tell you that I want to help if you intend to resurrect Michio Shiraishi. It was my intention from the beginning when I received my curse stone. And that's why I took your curse stone. Okay, man, can't be too careful. Besides, what connection do you have with Michio Shiraishi? Well, we met once. You met once. Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that. We got him, boys. Lock him up. Oh, shoot. The schoolgirl appeared to him, covered in blood, her limbs bent and broken, despite him in his dreams every night. Even when awake, he would see the phantom of her corpse in the dark, moaning and cursing at him all the time. Troubled by the constant hallucinations, it was only a number of days before he suffered a nervous breakdown. He couldn't bear hiding what he had done anymore and planned to turn himself in, but was stopped by the passenger from that night. He thought that if he could resurrect the schoolgirl, then, well, his bonus is kind of like tame compared to everything else. I see. That's right. I'm not a bad man. I wanted to turn myself in. It was a girl who tempted me. Alright. Come on, calm down and listen, son. If you don't think that you've done anything wrong, what would these girls think if they saw you run over that poor girl? They look so unimpressed. They're like, man, this fucking loser. That's something I want to know. Do you know anything about talisman that Michio should have had on her at the time of the accident? Talisman? What are you talking about? So you don't know anything. In that case, what about the woman who was in the car? Can you ask her? Oh, that's right. Everything is her fault in the first place. Well, that's not exactly wrong, loser. Just riding passenger in a car involved in involuntary vehicular manslaughter isn't the crime in itself. But according to your statement, she neglected her duty to seek aid and instigated you to neglect your duty to report the accident. And if she took an article from that scene, she'd also be charged with theft. Can you tell me who she was? You have no intention of hiding anything anymore, do you? Yeah, that's right. It's all her fault. Do you know what you want? Do what you want with her. It's time for her to face what she's done. Bro, take responsibility for your actions. Her name is Ayame Tono. She's an art student that I met in town. Yeah, that's what I figured. I like how he's the only one shocked because I definitely saw that coming. At what point would I be lying to you now? What? Do you know her or something? She might look nice, but she's rotten on the inside. I'd like to meet the parents who raised someone like that. Shut up. What's wrong, Inspector Sasumi? You're drenched in sweat. Oh. Wait. Is that his daughter? Oh shit.